I'm not gonna lie, I came up with the title of this video before I even came up with the content, right? So the original title would be something like how to actually be a content creator. In my position, the best thing for me to do is basically like section it, probably like top 5 tips to be a content creator, or the 5 steps, where I would start by saying, number 1, the gear. This is all the things that you need. By the way, if you don't have any of that, it's not necessary. You know, you can start very cheap, use your phone and all of that. And also at the same time, tell you about the very expensive gear that I own that helps make my life easier, while giving you an affiliate link in the description, right? So that would be the best video, the best type of video. I would get a lot of clicks, I would get a lot of views, and I would get a lot of grateful comments. But basically I want to talk about, you know, certain things that I feel like no one is talking about because it's not in their benefit to talk about. It's not in my benefit. I am taking a risk here. You can see the numbers really like to be a content creator. And I'm not trying to make a video that is necessarily negative. A lot to talk about. I feel like there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to be telling you about, you know, the time, and the vast majority that is basically not. I have a couple notes here. I'm gonna talk about honesty. I'm gonna talk about ideas that people generally get that just don't make it far, that are just not successful in its creation journey. I'm gonna talk about Twitch a little bit. Not in the good way. Basically the one-stop shop for everything you need as a live streamer, but even as a content creator. You want like banner. They have the official Call of Duty gear, as they called it, basically. All of the great thing that they just came out with is creating emotes. So you can create your own emotes, right? And it's not like you're gonna create emotes one by one. You're gonna create one emote from like a character that vaguely resembles you, and then OWN will generate the rest. But now they have animated emote maker. So the emotes that you create, you can animate them. If you already have emotes, this emote, this is what it looks like. And when you hover, it's gonna show you the animation. There it is. Another cool thing with OWN is that they're always running promotions. Right now, there's a 50% sale on all products if you type the code streaming. So check it out over at own.gg/GaelLevel. That is own3d.gg/ Speak freely. I want to speak my mind, okay? Listen to me. First thing that I want to talk about, I'm looking at my notes here, just like key points, like 5 of them. And the first one says it's not. The reason why I'm saying that is that some people hate it. Right? Live streaming, that is exhausting. It is something that is difficult for a lot of people, and it's not for everyone, really. I know, but weirdly enough, I know a lot. They actually hate creating. They haven't admitted that to themselves yet, but they hate every single aspect of it except when they get money. And you know, I'm not the one who's gonna be like, hey, you should stop, right? Like, do your thing. It's the truth. A lot of people make content because they hope that they're gonna get rich off of it, they're gonna get famous, and they think that there's only advantages. But then they start doing it and they hate it, but they won't stop because they're too far in, and then they keep on the effort that they're putting in, right? Meanwhile, they're hating every step of it, right? They don't necessarily have the money to hire other people to do it for them, right? Their product, and they're gonna give one to you too, but you need to make a banner. And now you're like, oh my God, I never learned Photoshop. I never learned basic graphic design. I don't even know how to use Canva. And now I gotta learn. And I see people in that situation and they absolutely hate it. And they're stressed out of their mind. They're like, oh my God, I gotta create it. It's like, you're a content creator. You chose to be in this, to be productive in a creative manner. I've seen live streamers constantly struggle and just ask everyone, please help me. I have no idea what emote. Why would I teach you how to enjoy it's your hobby. Do whatever you want and enjoy it. If it's a hobby, that means you enjoy it, right? You play badminton on the weekends. I'm not gonna be like, well, you know, in the international rules of, if you really want to succeed as a pro badminton, you would be like, get out of here, right? So I'm not telling you as a hobby what you need to do. You shouldn't listen to, right? They want to do it as a career. They want to be regarded as a professional content creator. So anyways, I'm going to try to go faster and not ramble too much on each point, but this is the point about it's not for everyone. Now, that being said, I need to give you a little bit of hope. I just gave you the honesty. I'm trying to balance it with hope, okay? The hope part is, if you try something out and you hate every single aspect of it, but if you want to do it as a profession, basically, and you just enjoy it as a hobby, and in that case, you know, don't lie to yourself. Just enjoy it as a hobby, you know? Make yourself, don't torture yourself, right? Don't force yourself to do something if you actually hate it. And try something else, you know? Try many different things. Maybe you'll land on something that you're comfortable enough, happy enough with, that you are willing to do all the annoying parts of, so that it's like it becomes a job, because I don't think there's a job where